really began to emerge in early 2009, and I think it was a recognition by a number of engaged Americans who felt very concerned that the country was beginning to neglect its founding constitutional principles, and that the legislation that was being pursued and even the political rhetoric in general had sort of skipped beyond the founding principles of the country.
We're nonpartisan grassroots folks who believe in smaller government, lower taxes, and above all realize that no matter what the president says, no matter how many times he says it, you cannot and will not get out of debt by increasing your spending.
The Tea Party movement has just been so effective in getting so many people involved, understanding that we're in a conflict between big government and limited government, and wherever big government has been tried, it's failed. But wherever limited government has been processed, such as here at the Ford Mansion, due to George Washington, it was a limited government that made America so successful.
Folks, I want to welcome you here, all of you, on behalf of the Morristown Tea Party. Special thanks to Congressman Joe Wilson. It is my privilege and proud honor to introduce Congressman Joe Wilson.
Thank you. And ladies and gentlemen, what an honor to be here with the Tea Party movement. You're making such a difference. We can see it across the country. And in fact, I can tell you on the federal level, you've already had a huge impact. And that is that the health care bill, they put before us 1,018 pages. And it was to provide that it was on the desk July the 14th. It was supposed to be completed July the 31st. But the American people stood up, spoke up, asked questions. How could something like this possibly not affect the future generations, the young people of our country? How could the senior citizens possibly adapt to a $500 billion squeeze of Medicare and Medicaid? How could we possibly have, in a time of high unemployment, the small businesses being assaulted? And so thank goodness that you spoke up.
My personal feeling that when a person like Joe Wilson is going to appear at a place like this, it's important for us, as we the people, to support those politicians who speak our language.
Joe Wilson, everybody.
Learn the issues, watch Fox News, listen to talk radio, get the latest information, just be involved. And we can make a difference, and that's why I'm so pleased. In regard to the healthcare takeover, this was truly intended to come up on July the 14th and be completed by July 31st without the American people knowing the consequences of the bill. But thank goodness the American people spoke up. We had the town hall meetings in August. Millions of more Americans spoke up. It's been delayed, and then hopefully the bill really, sadly, has gotten worse. It's more intrusive, nearly 2,000 pages, controlling the lives of the American people. And so it's really not a health bill. It's a way to take over the lives of the American people. They need to get involved.
This is amazing. This is, you guys are terrific, Jeff, thank you so much. If we go back a year ago, when Barack Obama took the White House, many of us on this side of conservatism, of patriotism, said, oh my, they've got the Congress, they've got the Senate, they've got the White House. Acorn is running the country. And we're not going to be able to stop them. And then something started to happen. And that something is you.
In 10 years, I would like to see the first amendment, Second Amendment, our constitutional rights. We would like to preserve them. We don't want to see health care reform, and we do not want to see redistribution of wealth.
My hope for our country is we can stop the spread of socialism and the advance of the big government agenda of Barack Obama, of Nancy Pelosi, and of Harry Reid.
and of those people who believe the government should be taking care of us from cradle to grave. I want to return to a time when Americans are free and have individual responsibility.
My concern right now with where our country is heading is first and foremost is the health care bill and the debt that the present administration is going to be leaving for our children, our grandchildren, and maybe even our great-grandchildren.
I'm just as concerned about the health care issue, but I'm also concerned about the whole scope of where this present administration is going.
I would like to see our country 10 years from now as the most prosperous, freest nation in the world, and as a beacon for hope and opportunity for the whole planet, as we have been, as we should continue to be, and by the way, as we have the ability to be, with the right leadership. We need to get more people elected to office who are defenders of liberty and freedom. We got to get more Americans involved, like you see today, in the movement from all walks of life. And I think our message resonates. And we're seeing that across the country because of our Tea Party folks.
We will look back and we will know that we did what was right for America and what was right for the future of this country. Thank you. God bless you. Please keep up the good work. Thank you very much.
The intriguing part of the Tea Party movement is that it stands for very clear ideas, and they're ideas that are drawn from the founders of our country. So you can kind of agree with those principles and believe that they have applicability in this day and age, and I strongly believe that they do. Or, you know, on the other side, there are plenty of people who feel our Constitution's a living document, that the country's a different place now than it was then, and that, you know, we need to sort of rewrite the rules. And so I think that's kind of the debate that's starting to shape up here right now, is that, you know, do the founding principles of the United States, which have really been at the core of American greatness over the last 2 centuries plus, still at the heart of American politics, or has the country moved beyond them, as I think this administration tends to imply with its policy initiatives?
Now look, we got a few things happening here. If you go back over the last year of the National Tea Party movement, what have we done? We started last April 15th, even before then, a message was sent across the country. It shocked the mainstream media. It shocked the American left. It shocked this administration. We brought millions of people out for literally thousands of events. We built momentum in the late spring and into the summer. And I'm here to tell you, were it not for the Tea Party and 9/12 movements and your engagement with your members of Congress, Obamacare would already have been passed.
You're right.
You stopped it.
You're right. You're right.
This is the most exciting, dynamic, influential movement in American politics of the 21st century. That's not an overstatement, and you're a part of it. Thank you very much for that.
You're right.
Folks, people ask who we are. We're not a social club. We're not a fraternity nor sorority. We are not AstroTurf. We are not paid thugs. And we are not a mob. We are a group of patriots, conservatives with a big C and a small c, who have knowingly and willingly accepted the responsibility of writing history. Remember, folks, it is yours and ours to change, and yours and ours to create. Ask yourselves, if not us, who? And if not now, when?